By the way guys, let me show you the look of this bike. The bike look is really good. And for that winglet has been installed by my friend. Okay, so make sure to handle it carefully. By the way, the handling on this bike is really good, and the throttle response is also good. Like, any pros and cons if you have, let me know in the comments. For me and for my friend who owns this bike, the performance and overall after sales service and R15 compared with Hayabusa, what the fuck, why are you comparing something that is totally different, dude? The highways, but on the other hand, Royal Enfields are made for something different. You guys look for Aprilia and 650 segment, if you guys look for Sportback, Daytona, Triumph, that's on the other hand is a sports bike that cruise at a low speeds, because on the highest speed the GT not going to stop at a panic situations. Heading to Rohtak at a peak time at 12:30 around. I don't tell you, dude, it's really good. I'm really impressed with the performance and the throttle response of this bike. Good morning guys, sorry, good evening. It's currently 4 or 5 p.m. in the evening. We are currently at Rohtak highway and we are heading back to Hisar right now. We were on a ride to Rohtak, and actually it's a totally random plan. We headed to Rohtak and have some lunch there, and now we are heading back to Hisar. So currently I'm riding the Gixxer SF250, the 250cc variant, and actually it's one of my friend's bike, and the engine and power in this bike, it's really good. The bike is really smooth. I have seen some of my last videos comments on that video that people are calling the you can't say that Hero is a reliable brand or something. I wasn't saying which is good brand or not. I was just saying, as a smaller cc bike, it is easy to maintain and quite good day-to-day use and daily rides. Okay, I was just telling you guys about the hype of bikes are getting right now, and people are just buying that bike blindly without even any knowledge about it. So I was just telling you guys about the bikes, their cc, their maintenance, and the things you have to face when you buy such a hyped up bike without even getting to know the after sales service and the engine and the overall performance of that bike. For now we are riding the Gixxer SF250. The bike is really good, smooth engine, no vibrations. Even at 80-90 the bike feels really smooth. Even after 100, bike doesn't feel like it pushing at limits or something. Bike is just going smoothly, and the pickup of this bike is just too good. We crossed 90 on that, and then bike is just going up and up. So on the acceleration side and the performance side, the bike is really good, engine is really smooth, and I'm really shocked with the suspension side. The suspension on this bike is really good. You don't feel any potholes or any uneven roads on that. The suspension is really good. And look at the sun is up totally. Now it's getting less hotter. I was saying, if you guys are looking for something with the start on and you guys want something sporty fared bike, you should definitely look for the Gixxer 250. The power and overall performance of this bike is really good. You guys can start with this bike. It has a really good potential, so make sure to handle it carefully. By the way, the handling on this bike is really good. Throttle response is also good. Like, see, throttle response is definitely so good. And I'm really happy with the suspension side. The suspension is really good. Doesn't feel like if you even cross any potholes on this bike, you wanna feel anything. By the way, here's the Shubham aka Redliner.
तो गाइस हम फिर से आ चुके हैं एक नए मोडो ब्लॉग में,
and that's our Xtreme 125. The performance of that bike is also good. I have told you on the last vlog. If you haven't checked out the last vlog, go and watch that. So as I was saying, The bike performance is really good, and even for the starting, if you guys want to start with something smaller cc, definitely you guys should go with the Gixxer SF250, because the overall everything is so perfect. The performance, smooth engine, maintenance, even the service is really quite affordable. Everything is so good, you guys don't have any issue with this bike. Any of you guys own SF250, let me know in the comments how's your review about it, like any pros and cons. If you have, let me know in the comments. For me and for my friend who owns this bike, the performance and overall after sales service, everything is so good. And I'm not promoting any bike or any brand here, I'm just saying what I know. The Gixxer is really good, and especially you guys love Japanese engine. Everyone loves Japanese engine, especially. Engine is really good, smooth, and definitely you should guys look for that if you want to start with something smaller and don't feel like you're losing on power or anything. If you guys want something naked, you should check out the Gixxer 150. That's also good for starting series. That's really good. So currently we are 35 to 40 kilometers away from Hisar, and we be reaching Hisar in 1.5 hours, around that. It will take around that for sure. I'll see you guys in a minute. Even the highways are getting too crowded nowadays. I don't know why. This highway used to be so less crowded. Now I don't know what happened. Even my city used to be less crowded. I feel like now I'm in Delhi, even in my city. The crowd is getting and the traffic. Summers में तो traffic में हालत खराब हो जाती है यार. Especially if you are geared up like this. Gloves, jacket, jeans, pant. Today I am seeing some hype of bike comparison. I don't know why. People are just comparing something that is totally different. If you guys search any comparison of bike, like just search for the most popular, like the R15.
यार एक मेरा सपना है 2 साल काम करके एक आर्यन 5 लूंगा.
If you guys see, the R15 is getting compared with anything, like anything. I don't know why. R15 versus Hayabusa, R15 versus S1000. Why, bhai? It's 155cc and you're comparing something with the 1000cc. I don't know why. And people are actually commenting on that video. We want R15 compared with Hayabusa. What the fuck? Why are you comparing something that is totally different, dude? चलो ये भी ठीक है. And I have seen such a comparison video where people compare Bullet 350 with the Gixxer 250 or R15. That's not even a same category bike. Bullet, Royal Enfields are made for something that is different, and the Yamaha makes R15 for the sports segment. Okay, that engine is made for the extreme peak performance, for something you want on tracks or on the highways. But on the other hand, Royal Enfields are made for something different. That's for cruise. Okay, for cruising. If you want to do some long rides, you want to cruise on something like 80, 70, you can do that on that Royal Enfield bikes. Okay, that's what is that made. What I'm saying, people are just comparing two different bikes with a different type of like preference of them. One is sports bike, one is cruiser bike on the other hand. And even the hyped up bike right now, the GT650, the Cafe Racer. The Cafe Racer is now getting compared with sports bike. I don't know why, dude. See, if you guys have any just basic knowledge of bikes, you guys probably know. Even my audience know about that. Okay, who watch my vlogs or any of my videos. These two bikes are from different categories. One is a Cafe Racer that is made for something to like smooth engine, reliable, and some torque for the adventure side. And on the other hand, if you guys look for Aprilia and 650 segment, if you guys look for sports bike, Daytona, Triumph, that's on the other hand is a sports bike that is made for the peak performance, and the engine is made on that way, for the peak output. something you want on the track or on the highways. And on the other hand, the Cafe Racer GT650 is something you want to go smoothly with. If you guys can understand what I'm trying to explain here, the both bikes are totally different. If you want some comparison, do comparison with the same CC and the same segment bikes, like the sports and sport category, not the sports and cruiser. I have seen such people comparing Splendor with the R15. I don't know why you guys are doing this, dude. That's not what is that made for. So as I was saying, if the GT650 comes in a category of Cafe Racer and it has a name of racer, doesn't mean it's meant for races, okay? You guys can go up to 150, 140, 160, but at some point you need to stop that vehicle, okay? And GT is a really heavy bike, okay? Really heavy. So you guys need to control that bike very much, because on the highways you guys can cruise at 150, 140, but for the braking you need to cruise at a low speeds, because on the high speed the GT not going to stop at a panic situations. So that's not something made for races or specific tracks, okay? I have seen such people like using GT650 on tracks, but I want to recommend that, okay, that's not what is that made for. That's a totally different type of bike. So you guys need to understand that. By the way, now we are 30 to 35 kilometers away from Hisar, and I'm really tired right now because the riding gears are so heavy. And when I was riding to Rohtak, the sun was just on my head and the heat was totally damn. I can't even explain how hot the weather was that time. Now it's cool, I can cruise and go further. We are heading to Rohtak at a peak time at 12:30 around, and the summer was on its extreme temperatures, so you guys can understand I felt that time. But now the weather is really good. You can see the view, it's totally good. The greenery, the cold breeze, I can't explain how good it is. By the way, tomorrow is Sunday and I'm thinking something different, like something totally different that I usually don't do. Baki, I guess, I'll let you know what will happen. We are entering Hisar, like that's the toll of Hisar. Now we are entering in Hisar, and I'm really impressed with the performance of this bike. This bike doesn't feel like lacking on something that you guys feel on high speeds or anything. The performance and power on this bike is really good, especially on the lean side. Whenever you lean, by the way, my friend installed H1 tire on this bike, and after that the lean angle and the overall grip and riding quality has increased. It's so increased and so smooth, I can't tell you, dude. It's really good. And the speed of this bike, I have crossed 140, 145 on this bike right now. Bike still goes up and up, easily touch 160 or maybe 160 plus, I don't know, on this bike. And the wind, like the wind on the wind blast, the company has really did great job on the wind side. The wind blast is way too less on 150 or after 100. Guys, wanna feel any wind blast on your chest, especially that what happens on the most bikes when you cross 100 or 150. The wind blast on the chest, performance and overall the aerodynamics of this bike is really good. And I'm just love with the engine, dude. See, the response time on this bike is really good. Throttle response on this bike is really good. Damn, I'm really impressed with the throttle response, and overall performance of this bike is damn top notch. For the 250 segment, the bike performance is really top notch. By the way, guys, we entered village, like after that village we enter Hisar, and the amount of traffic you see in Hisar is top notch. Like this bike's performance, guys, I'm really impressed with the performance and the throttle response of this bike. See, the bike just wanna stop, or you wanna feel any lack of power or any jerk on the shifting or on the throttle side. Power is really good. For the starting series, the power is really good, and the handling is so smooth. Damn, the quality and handling. Now we entered the Hisar, guys. You guys can see that Hisar 0 kilometer. So that's the starting part of Hisar. By the way, guys, let me show you the look of this bike. The bike look is really good. And for that winglet has been installed by my friend. That doesn't come with the company, okay? But the look of this bike is really good, don't you think? The arrow look. Now we are in Hisar, guys. As you can see, the traffic is really good. देख कर ही पता चल जाता है कि now we are in Hisar. अभी अगर ये खाली होता तो मैं मानता ही नहीं मैं हिसार में हूँ. So today's vlog ends here. See you guys on the next vlog. Till then, stay safe, stay tuned, and let me stay safe on these Haryana roads. Bye bye.